tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning from WKYT. Time to rise and shine on the last full day of summer. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. It is September 22nd.
And now at 6 a.m., a community is rallying behind a Central Kentucky teenager who was seriously injured in a crash while on his way to a high school dance.
New developments in the Kim Davis case. Lawyers on both sides plan to head back to court today.
Final preparations are underway for the Pope's historic visit to the United States. I'm Weijia Zhang in Washington with that story coming up.
And we're looking outside. Very, very pleasant conditions down toward the southeast, sitting in the mid-50s because of clouds. But look toward the bluegrass, sitting there in the 40s and 50s. It's a chilly start to the day. 77 by the afternoon. Awesome weather in store. That takes us through the next few days, and I'll show you that in just about 10 minutes.
And first on WKYT this morning, there will be another vigil tonight for a teenager who was critically injured in a Bath County crash.
16-year-old Aaron Williams was on the way to a homecoming dance Saturday night when he lost control of his car. WKYT's Victor Puente talked to the teen's family. He's at our live desk with details on tonight's vigil.
Aaron Williams has been at UK's Chandler Hospital since Saturday. He's had hundreds of visitors, and last night multiple vigils came together to support him and his family. His father tells me Aaron was on his way to a homecoming dance in Bath County when he lost control of his car in the rain. He slid off the road and hit a tree. Another driver pulled him from his burning car. His mother told me he has severe head trauma, and they were asking for prayers, saying his recovery would take a miracle. Last night, a group of pastors met in Winchester. They say seeing the love Chris and Veronica Williams have for their son has been an inspiration. Aaron Williams currently goes to Bath County High School, but he used to go to Montgomery County. His family still lives there. Another vigil is planned for him tonight at their football field. Last night, his sister Kristen put a post on Facebook saying doctors told them Aaron had been improving. At the live desk, Victor Puente, WKYT.
All right, thank you, Victor. Lawyers are expected to file more motions in a federal court today in the Kim Davis case. Already, the ACLU has filed another motion against the Rowan County clerk. The group argues that the altered marriage licenses after her release from jail and that she is not following court orders. Davis's lawyer says he will be in federal court today to counter the ACLU's motion.
New this morning, a Bell County escapee has been caught in nearby Knox County. Jason Carbone escaped from the Bell County jail last night. He was there for vandalism and burglary charges. The Bell County jailer says Carbone was arrested around midnight this morning. Pope Francis is traveling to the United States today for the first time ever.
Yeah, the Pope hits Washington, D.C. first before traveling to New York and Philadelphia. Weijia Zhang has the story from Washington.
Pope Francis returns to the shrine of Cuba's patron saint near Santiago de Cuba this morning, where he'll deliver his final homily during this trip. Monday, Francis blessed the city of Ogun. During his visit to Cuba, the Pope has stayed away from making political statements. Vatican spokesman Federico Lombardi said his choice to travel to the U.S. from here is more about reconciliation. The decision to make a trip to both countries truly is a very strong message to encourage this process that has subsequent steps, he said. The Pope will arrive in D.C. this afternoon, where final preparations are underway. Kevin Dawson won a ticket to greet him.
It'd be great to get to do that, to say I shook this man's hand. You know, he's a very holy person. He's a very good person.
In a rare move, President and Mrs. Obama will be at Joint Base Andrews when Pope Francis lands to personally welcome him.
Pope Francis has inspired both Catholics and non-Catholics alike, and that I think has really resonated. Not just among Catholics, but among people of faith all around the world.
Aside from meeting with President Obama, the Pope will also address a joint session of Congress, and more than 100 world leaders gathered for the UN General Assembly in New York. In Washington, Weijia Zhang, CBS News.
Well, in total, the Pope will spend 5 days in the U.S. Officials are stepping up security ahead of his arrival. They say there is no credible threat against the Pope, but they do remain concerned about so-called lone wolf attacks.
The time this morning is 6:04 here on WKYT. A southern Kentucky woman has died after falling into a pond. Someone found 75-year-old Betty Seiler in the water off Boggs Lane near London. Investigators think she fell into the pond while walking at the edge of the water. Friends say she was a nurse and an active member of her church. Funeral arrangements are still pending. Police in Berea are searching for a truck now wanted in connection to a deadly hit and run. Investigators say someone driving a red pickup hit and killed 71-year-old Billy Croucher late Friday night. The crash happened at the corner of Prospect and Forest Street in Berea. Police say the red truck they're looking for has some rust spots and damage on the front driver's side.
Folks had a chance to voice their opinion about a pair of statues in downtown Lexington. An Arts Review Board heard from people for and against removing statues of John Hunt Morgan and John C. Breckenridge near the old courthouse downtown. The men were Civil War officers. The city is also considering what to do with a marker detailing the history of the city's slave trade. The board will meet next Wednesday to discuss what recommendations it will make to the mayor's office. Well, an Ohio lawyer who was disbarred in Kentucky is suing 5 of his former clients. Stanley Chesley and 3 others were ordered to pay their clients $42 million. The judgment settled those claims that Chesley took excessive fees from a $200 million settlement involving the diet drug Fen-Phen. Chesley filed his lawsuit to keep them from collecting the money. Their lawyer has asked to have the suit dismissed.
We have an update now to a story about a Tennessee man who was arrested for threatening a Bell County school here in Kentucky. Police arrested David Lunsford in Harrogate, Tennessee. He is charged with terroristic threatening and harassing communications. Police say he threatened himself, children at the Gateway Christian School in Middlesboro and at Binghamton Baptist Church. Lunsford has pleaded not guilty and is due back in court on October 13th.
University of Kentucky planning another pregame concert ahead of Saturday's matchup with Missouri.
Should be fun. The Bobby Perry Band will be playing at 3 p.m. outside Commonwealth Stadium. That band features 5 Kentucky natives and former Wildcat basketball player Bobby Perry. It's the 3rd pregame concert that UK has hosted this season. The Wildcats can get back on the winning track this weekend. Kentucky opened as a 2.5-point favorite at home, and it's going to be another 7:30 kickoff Saturday evening on the SEC network.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris and First Alert Defender.
And boy, will that be a big game for us. We need that SEC East win. We need it badly, and I think we'll get it this Saturday. Pretty good weather. I'll show you that in your 7A in just a few minutes. But Corbin, 54 degrees. Go down into Jackson, 58 degrees. Those areas have some cloud cover over them that's keeping us a little bit warmer. Remember, that acts as like a blanket overnight, so it does keep us warmer than everybody else. It is clear and calm here in Frankfort. 49 degrees, beautiful weather. Lexington coming in the upper 40s once again this morning. We head throughout the afternoon. Perfect weather. Kids going off to school, whether you put blue jeans on them, shorts, whatever it may be, they'll be just fine in the morning and toward the afternoon, because afternoon is still very pleasant as they get home. Off into your evening, I don't see any issues. It's a backyard patio type of evening again, turning cooler overnight and into tomorrow morning. Not as cool, but we're still pretty cool there at 52 degrees, but still, you can see 49 this morning. It's on the cool side. Very nice, though. And toward the next few days, not only temperature-wise, but the way it looks outside, it's going to be beautiful. You have plenty of sunshine. I don't see any chance of rain anytime soon. You could have a passing sprinkle the next couple of days in the mountains in eastern Kentucky, southeastern Kentucky. That's it. So the rest of us, 95% of us, will stay dry. Weekend rain chance, it's there, but it's not a lot. Do not expect a washout. Do not expect heavy rain. I walked around the neighborhood just a couple of days ago, and I had a few say, what happened to the rain last Saturday? You got to remember, there was only a small chance of rain. Not everybody's going to see it. And if you do see rain, it's still not going to be a lot. That's the same thing for this weekend. So if you have any plans heading out and about, kicking off Friday, we got the Sorghum Festival there in West Liberty, Morgan County. That's a big event going on in Morgan County. Perfect weather for you guys. On Saturday, there is a small chance of rain. It's not a given, okay? This isn't a slam dunk, but there is a small chance of rain. Also, the Pig Out there in Maysville, kicking off Friday and off towards your weekend there in northern Kentucky. Perfect weather for it. That's a big event for Maysville, too, Friday and Saturday. Check out these Facebook pics of the day. Alex Katz always sends me in some good pictures over in eastern Kentucky. That's Pike County. And then we look toward, back toward the west, and there you go, Shakertown. Beautiful shot, Kevin Hart. We appreciate that, my man. Sunset there at Shakertown from Kevin, and one over from Pike County with Alex. Check out the next few days. You know what? You're going to have more sunrises and sunsets just like that. Perfect weather for it. What temperature is there, Bill? in the 70s. Good looking days ahead, really are.
Really, and we have Venus in the sky this morning.
It's beautiful this morning.
Oh, it's really neat. You can see it. Just look out.
Yeah.
Go out and look up. Take a jacket, though. It is a little chilly outside right now.
Right.
Time is 6:10. Every morning we bring you weather and traffic together right here. Let's go out to Officer Don at 98.1 The Bull, the studio's there, and check on live drive traffic. Good morning.
Good morning. Of course, Citation Boulevard is open at Leestown Road this morning, and that's going to be real nice for folks in that area trying to cut across. Did have one wreck there at Greendale and Citation yesterday, so be careful. With more traffic flow, we're going to see the possibility of that increasing. Let's get a look outside right now, and we'll show you what's happening as you head out the door this morning. Live look at Rose and Avenue of Champions, where traffic's moving okay. No major issues there. On our Waze map, just a couple of stalled cars, but nothing significant as traffic's pretty light right now. We'll keep an eye on things throughout the morning and keep you up to date. Now back to you in the studio.
All right, and Officer Don and Deanna are on 98.1 The Bull when you get in your car this morning, so get in there and turn them on and enjoy
Hey,
it,
turn
right?
the windows down like I do. It feels great.
Fresh air right now, no doubt about
good.
it. Last day of summer, everybody. WKYT this morning on the air with all the latest news.
Coming up, a Kentucky state trooper murdered in the line of duty. What some lawmakers are doing to try and make sure what happened to Trooper Ponder last week does not happen again.